Hello everyone, this is Jason. I hope this video finds you doing well. It's Wednesday, March the 6th. We're going to do kind of a market analysis, end of the day market recap, and kind of update where we are in the week. Join me tonight around 9:30. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'll put the time on Twitter. Follow me at CryptoBitJunky. And what we're going to do there is when I go live, you tell me what chart you want me to look at, and we break it down from a technical perspective. So join me on the call and let me know which charts you want to pull up. We'll pull them up and go through them. So as far as the S&P and the broad market goes, I have the SPY chart pulled up right here right now. And we're in the resistance area that we've been talking about probably for 4 weeks now. This is a monthly resistance zone. We're getting some type of pull, some type of participation, it looks like, from the bears that are in the market at this point. Now remember, markets typically can turn not only because of bearish activity, but also because of there's not being more buyers, and the balance between buyers and sellers get out of tack, and some of the buyers start taking profits, which causes bears to jump in. And we've thought that was going to happen a couple of different times at different points during this run up, and it's never successfully panned out that way. So right now I would still be optimistically cautious that we're in the beginning of a bearish correction, but this is the resistance area. This is typically where it happens. And I like to use time to mark trend lines, supply and demand lines, he calls them. So if I was to draw the most current time to mark lines on this chart, we are still sorry, that's wrong. We're kind of in a wedge pattern, and we haven't broken out of it yet. And some people call it a flag. Some people call it a consolidating wedge, bull flag, bear flag. Doesn't matter really what you call it. Price is compressing. It's in a range, and it could go either way. Typically, when you're at a resistance area and you get a price consolidation like this at the end of an extended run where a lot of your indicators are probably reading oversold or overbought, typically if you're going to make a case for this, it would be to the downside. So, and that's been my position the whole time. But the market's been a little funny, so it's been hard to gauge. But I would be careful going short here on the stock at this point, or on the ETF. But the broad market looks as though it's kind of running out of steam, and we're going to get some type of return here. The blue lines represent weekly support. This is where I believe buyers will be waiting in mass to re-enter the market to buy it back up. Now, that does not mean that it's going to go make a new high. As I've said before, my opinion has been that this is the beginning of the long-term correction that the market's been due for a couple of years now. And we had the 20% drop that started in September. And historically, that's how these corrections start, is with the 20% drop for a bear market. But I will say that the retracement that we went in for SPY was so strong and so pronounced. If nothing else, I think we've extended the time at when that bear market's going to start, because there's going to be really, really strong support down here to buy this market. With conviction, I think there's a lot of people, funds and other type large scale players in the market are going to be looking to buy this thing back up when the price gets down here. So it's going to be a war to push it further down. So look out for any type of hard macroeconomic event or anything that changes in our general geopolitical world. Something like that could maybe steer it off course. Otherwise, I think we're going to get a bounce down here, and then I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen from there. It could go down, could go up, but I am not as bearish on the market long term from this point as I was, say, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's because of this long run up. Because studying charts historically, when price moves this far in a retracement, and make no mistake, this is just a retracement, but when it moves this far in the retracement, typically it doesn't immediately go back down and make a new low. You get support here, and then there's going to be a push higher. And remember, the broad markets have a buy bias. 80-90% of the participants in the market are buying stocks, not selling them short. So whenever you have strong support in the direction of a buy, the moves tend to extend a little bit more. You can look at this correction that we've had. We got beat down pretty bad from September all the way down to here, and specifically looks like the beginning of December until Christmas Eve, we took a beating. And at the first sign that the market was recovering, look at the strength of the recovery move. So the market definitely has a buy bias. So you just always have to be careful trying to predict the market to, go lower, because it does have a buy bias. So, but it's my opinion still stands that it does resemble what it looks like when you start a bear correction. So we'll see. But as of right now, I wouldn't trade this daily. Looking at the daily chart, I wouldn't trade this. Now I don't drop down to any really lower time frames to give intraday trading advice. I used to trade day trade, but just looking at this is a wait and see on SPY. Now I will say I had a bunch of trades this week. A lot of trades panned out for me on individual stocks going short, because finally there was some bearish follow through. So that was good. Now IWM, which is the Russell 2000, which is a index of 2,000 small cap stocks. If you look at this chart, if you look at the current, let me see, the current time to mark trend lines, the supply and demand lines, this one is actually broken out of the wedge to the downside. And a lot of the times the Russell is a precursor to what's going to happen in the SPY. It tends to be a little more nimble and moves quicker. So you get a precursor of what's going to happen next. So I'm inclined to think that this is going to be the turn where the market turns, but we'll see. I can't confirm that on SPY right now, but for as far as the Russell, it looks like it's already turned. This is a tradable event for me. I would look to go short on this stock, depending on now I have there's entry rules and things of the rules of where you buy it at or sell it and all that kind of stuff. But I've seen enough from this to go short on the Russell, but we're not there on SPY yet. But I think we're headed that direction. And then if you look at the weekly chart, back out and just take a look at it, I mean, this is why longer term time frame charts give you so much better perspective. When you really look at this, it's not as confusing as it has been. I mean, it's hard to live through this up move and think the market's ever going to go down when 10 straight weeks is just going up. But when you back out to a longer time frame chart, what you see is that there was a really large move down. Price came back close to 80% of that direction. And now you're getting, if you zoom in on this, now you don't look at candles until they close, and this won't close until Friday. But you had kind of this hangman last week. We pushed up a little bit higher, and then we've got an engulfing pattern forming now, and we've got 2 days left in the trading session for the weekly chart. And if this closed like this would be extremely bearish. And there's a chain reaction of this when people see this. There's people that are long that say, "Oh my gosh, that's a bearish." Signal, and they exit their long positions, which makes them sellers. And then you have the momentum traders, the swing traders, and the people looking to get in early. They jump in to ride the momentum down, and the further it goes down, the more people jump in and panic sell. So, and that's how you end up back down here. But like I said, I think there's going to be a strong amount of support down here. There's going to be a war fought on what direction the market's going to go long term when price gets down here. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I probably will be looking for a buy opportunity on a lot of stocks in this area, and specifically this ETF. I would be looking to buy down here, and then who knows what's going to happen from there, because there's going to be more resistance here, and then there'll be more support here, and then that's how price gets into a consolidation. It bounces off support and resistance until it packs itself into a corner and picks a direction, kind of like one of these numbers. And it's you don't know who's winning, and then somewhere it picks a direction. Which way it's going to go. But that's how you get consolidation, because you get a retracement. People that think it's up, they're buying here. People that think long term it's down, they're selling here. Those people that thought this was the beginning of the up move, they buy again here. The people that think this was just a pullback, they sell again here, and the cycle goes. And then you get consolidation, and then eventually somebody wins and it breaks out in a direction. And if you look on a daily chart, we have that kind of forming now on a daily chart. So we'll see. But that's pretty much my view on the market. I'm trying to keep these videos short. I always try and provide some type of I've been doing trading for so long that as I'm sitting just looking at the chart, something always comes to me that I think might be beneficial to you. But what ends up happening is the video's 20-21 minutes long, because I start getting into examples and stuff. So what we're going to do is join me on the nightly call, and where we can analyze individual charts. And when I show you what I'm looking at, maybe I'll get more into the reasons why and some of the technical reasons behind what I do. And we'll keep these videos a little bit shorter. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. At Crypto Big Junky is my Twitter handle. Follow me there so you'll know when we're going live at night. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on. Hopefully there's people on the call and we can go through some charts. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.